We're from Santa Barbara, California.
Oh, is your shop in Santa Barbara?
Well, it's right there, yeah.
Right there? Oh, that's awesome.
So we're in California.
Okay.
So,
How long have you guys been selling stuff commercially?
Quite a while. Yeah, like
What
early
was your background
2000s.
before that?
In the Army. So basically, military guy. Started a business in my parents' backyard after I got out of the military, and I've been doing it ever since.
Nice.
So we do have military contracts. We've got them. We have stuff for like Army Thermal. We do that. We even do stuff for like bomb disposal robots.
Okay.
We've done stuff for avionics. So aircraft will use our mounting system for avionics to mount into aircraft because they can take it in and out of aircraft. So we have contracts with just different like helicopters or UAVs, like drone stuff, and they use our lever for other technologies besides just the weapons mounts.
Did you do school, or did you for machine work and design, or did you figure it all out?
No, I got out of the Army, and I had some money saved, and I bought a Bridgeport down in LA, an old machine, and I taught myself how to machine, and I just started to like talk about it, and people would come, and I started making my products, and I've been doing it ever since.
At what point did you transition to like CAD and CNC and stuff?
I started with the Bridgeport, and I did probably for a year all manual, just doing stuff manually. And then I got like a retrofit CNC when I could afford it. I put that on it. I started doing the CNC, and I started to sell stuff. And then I bought a Haas.
Okay.
And then I had
one
Haas.
Did you get?
A mini mill.
A mini mill.
I started with a mini mill, and then I ended up getting another mini mill because my dad told me, he says, if you have a business, you have to have two of everything. Two of everything. So I had to get another mini mill. Got an air compressor, got another air compressor, and I've built it ever since.
Do you have machine work and stuff in the family at all, or is that just like?
No, just me. My dad's he's like a designer. I'm a designer. Even in the Army, I would design stuff. I'd draw stuff up, and I was just like really into guns. So it's like perfect.
Cool. What was the first thing you made on your Bridgeport?
The first thing I made was my original bipod. Way back when. You'll still see it on like FN Scars and stuff like that. That bipod, that Gen 1, that's mine that I did in the backyard.
Nice.
Still around.
That was the first production thing?
First production thing was the, was a
so
bipod.
Everything was hands, what was done on the mill.
Oh God, it was brutal.
Hands,
it was brutal. And then
how many did you make?
Oh God.
On the Bridgeport?
It took so long to make, but I was a kid. I was still young, so I drank like a pot of coffee a day. And worked like 12 hours a day. Literally, hardly ate, just drank coffee, totally driven. And it was in my parents' backyard. So I got out of the Army and I didn't have to pay rent. And that's how I start.
For sure.
You didn't have to pay rent.
That's how a lot of people start.
Yeah, there's always like a magic ingredient. It's like, someone kind of helps you. My parents did, absolutely. They let me work out of the backyard. Didn't have to pay rent. So.
And they're in Santa Barbara?
Yeah, in Santa Barbara. My parents' house. That's how it started. And it grew from there. Now we have got our own shop. It's got all the machines, and we're totally self-contained.
What are you using for CAD software? You guys use SolidWorks, or have you transitioned to like Fusion 360?
Well, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Okay.
When I first started, of course I couldn't afford CAD. So I did it all. I do it in my head, and I have a pencil and paper, and I do the numbers in my head, and then I design, and I write the code with the part because it's pictured in my head, and then I put it directly into the machine.
Like you write the G code?
Yes. As I go. Because I can see it in my head.
Crazy.
So I know if I have to do an arc, let's say the arc is 22 degrees, if this is going to be like X coordinate 02242, I know that if I do 22 degrees, this is going to be here to the Y will be this. If I just write the next number, and you can do it. And if it's numbers confusing, you can do it with a calculator. And I can do it just as fast as you can do it with a mouse. With a calculator, basically geometry, and I can just picture it in my head, and I do the numbers, and it goes directly to the machine.
That's like Rain Man stuff.
Well, not really.
That's crazy.
Not really. Well, I couldn't afford CAD.
Fair enough. So
you have to do it some way. Yeah. And once you do it like that.
Do you guys use CAD now?
Yeah, we use CAD now, but I still, for most of the designs, like the M-Lock flashlight mount, that was done on a piece of paper, like in 5 minutes, all the numbers. And then something else where we have more complicated or some drive system.
That's crazy.
We go to
see
CAD.
It in your head and translate it to
you just
like that.
Do it to the numbers. But I need a piece of paper to write the numbers down. I can't like times 3,000 times 10, whatever, but I know what the number is going to be, and you can do it mathematically very quickly.
Yeah,
that's all the CAD's doing.
You can see it.
Yeah, that's all the CAD's doing. With modern machinery, anything you can dream up, you can make.